All right, hey everyone, welcome to the Daily High. I will be your only host, Tone Vase, coming to you live from the woods. I was too lazy to set up my proper camera or my proper microphone, but there's nobody around me today. So audio should be good. Let me just get confirmation because I don't have anyone co-hosting the show with me today. So confirmation. We will get moving on screen share pretty much fairly quickly. I got to keep it short. Just got a bunch of stuff to do, as usual. All right. Yep. How's the audio? How's the video? Everything good? All good? Okay, here we go. The monthly candle is almost at an end. That is really, really good. Yep, we are past the 10 a.m. reversal, so I got to check what's going on with that. Let me get the quality up here. And yeah, the monthly is about to break a very interesting trend line, and we're going to keep an eye on that. So I would love to see next month stay completely above the trend line and then watch us go up into the $150,000 range. The weekly chart is not, I'm not going to say it's concerning, but I'm going to say it's something to keep an eye on with the extension C ending this week. You can go back and look at the last time the extension C ended, and you can see clearly that on extension C ending, we opened, at an all-time high, and then we traded down over the next 4 weeks, and we fell 10%. So if we extrapolate that, right, a 10% fall takes us back to $107,000, maybe $108,000. So we are mindful of the fact that extension C is ending on current candle. If we go, let's take a look and see what extension C did in a prior candle. And on a prior candle, extension C did not actually do anything. It was a breakout into new all-time high. So now when we go back in history, we are 1-1, right? So the prior extension C took us down. The extension C before that was completely ignored. So let's go a little bit further. Let's see if there's another extension C on a weekly scale somewhere in the back for us to reference. And see, this is an extension C buy opportunity. We're looking for extension C sell situations. That was a buy version. So we got to go to a sell version. So we got to find an up market. And here's another extension C that did not really reverse us. And here's another extension C that did not really reverse us. So that is a good sign that extension Cs on weekly candles are not that concerning from a historical perspective, even though the last time we had it, we went down. So I am now a little less concerned over extension C than I was 2 minutes ago before doing a brief look through on history. This to me on a weekly scale is starting to look like an ascending triangle on a daily scale. But when we go to the daily scale, we will see if we can squeeze an ascending triangle out of it. And I have to say that it is a little bit of a stretch. So I could theoretically draw an ascending triangle, and it's not that bad. I'm going to talk myself into seeing an ascending triangle here. I would like it. Yeah, I actually kind of like it. This is an interesting situation here. This is a nice ascending triangle. Remember when we did this video and we were crashing here, I wasn't very concerned. I was actually very, very bullish. Even though we were dropping, I was more bullish than I probably should have been. That turned out to be the right decision. We are dropping again, and we're sitting on the moving average again. We don't have much room to the upside here. And I kind of like this triangle. So let's see if we can recover right here, right now, complete this triangle, and then break out of the triangle into a new all-time high. And this is probably going to be my breakout. We just need some new closes. The triangle isn't that big, so the breakout shouldn't be massive, but it should take us, into a 3,500 up. Seems reasonable. What we can do is we can check maybe even a little more. Great, 4.5. Let's go 4.5. Yeah, I think it's good for 4.5 on the breakout. So maybe early next month. Let's keep an eye on this phenomenon here. I like the fact that we are flip-flopping back and forth on the daily MRI candles. And the longer we flop on the daily MRI candles, the more likely we are to top on a daily MRI inside of weekly MRI. Because keep in mind, the weekly is now on a 6. So if we spend the rest of this week flip-flopping, we're now working on weeks 7 and 8 to make the MRI top with the daily candles, timing us daily and weekly into a top. Now, the monthly will still have lots of room to go with 5 more months of upside. So the rest of this year should be fairly bullish according to the MRI. The hourly chart is a total hot mess right now, and so is the 4-hour. Matt's a bigger fan of the 4-hour than I am. The 4 hours in a red star candle, it completely collapsed as of 10 a.m. I was hoping that we get the 10 a.m. reversal to the upside, but we did not. So here is the 9 a.m. candle, and I was really enjoying this early 10 a.m. reversal, but that was very short-lived. So if we go here, is this the 10 a.m. reversal? No, the 10 a.m. reversal is right here. And this is a little bit tricky, right? Because market opens to the downside, then it swings to the upside, and then at 9:40 it starts to go down, and then at 9:55 it starts to go up again, and then at 10:05 it starts to go down again. This is a terrible environment to trade the 10 a.m. reversal. It's as bad as it can get. Like the way you want to trade the 10 a.m. reversal is if this is opening candle, and right here this is the open, you want to go down into 10 a.m. and then at 10 a.m. you want to go up. Like you don't want 8 flip-flops, or the other option is if it goes down for like the first 2-3 minutes, then you go up into 10 a.m. and then you go down from there. I mean, that's kind of how you want to, well, maybe that's a little past 10 a.m. That's 10:10, but you guys get the point. I mean, that's how you want to trade the 10 a.m. reversal. You don't want 4 flip-flops between 9:30 and 10:05. So this is a terrible environment. And in this environment, I'm not touching the 10 a.m. reversal. I am eyeing the 10:30 with like half an eye, but I'm really now looking for an 11 a.m. reversal. But we're starting to pick up the pace here a little bit. I really need to look at the SP 500. I'm already on a 5-minute scale. And yeah, you see the S&P 500 was a lot cleaner. The S&P 500 gaps open. It goes straight down into 10 a.m. And then at exactly 9:55 candle, it starts to go up. So on the S&P, I am comfortable taking this trade to the upside, but it's already been stopped out if I had, because I would have needed it to go up a little bit more. So best case scenario, I'm in this trade somewhere over here, and I'm up only about 5 points, and my risk would have been 4 points. So I'm barely above break even, and I'm really done with the trade. So we got a chance, guys. I mean, look, the S&P 500 is at a new all-time high. So what's wrong with Bitcoin? Why is Bitcoin struggling? Well, what we have here is the ending of extension A and so far a doji candle, but it's too early to know how the candle is going to end, and then MRI warning candle. So the S&P tops tomorrow, and the S&P's been on a tear, and Bitcoin is just sluggish. Like, this kind of sucks because the S&P is ready to top, and I would have thought that Bitcoin would have rallied with the S&P for a while. So I'm not sure what's happening here. I don't like it. I don't like it, but I'm not concerned. I just don't like it. I now have to pray that the S&P only does a 1 to 4 candle correction, because the weekly is still very, very strong. The weekly is only on an MRI 5 with a nice run up coming off a green star candle into a second consecutive MRI top. That's a great sign. Great sign. So why is Bitcoin sluggish? I don't really know. I don't have an answer, right? So it's daily and here and here. Okay. I don't know why Bitcoin is so sluggish while the S&P is on a tear. So hopefully Bitcoin catches up, and that's what I'd like to see. All right, Bitcoin, it's not really reversing. Here it is, 5 minutes. No. I'm still not that concerned. We're getting close to this moving average. Let's stay above it. I'm gonna trust this triangle until it definitively is broken. The ETFs have not been picking up any Bitcoin recently, but overall the ETFs are doing really, really well. We are at 51,000 Bitcoin purchased by the ETFs this month. If we do this again next month, I'm expecting a massive supply shock September, October. I don't think there's enough Bitcoin. I mean, just look at it since April. I know Bitcoin lost 40,000 Bitcoin in February, but then March was kind of break even with 9. And then since March, it was 30, 52, 40, 52, 51. And we still have a few days to go. So if we get another couple of days of 50,000 Bitcoin, shit. I think there's going to be a massive supply shock. Don't confuse supply shock with a short squeeze. There is no short squeeze at all-time highs. No one is short at all-time highs. There is no such thing as a short squeeze at all-time highs. Only idiots are short at all-time highs. You can sell at all-time highs. You can maybe go short once you see weakness. But shorting an all-time high is a way to go broke. So and professionals never do that. So there's not going to be a short squeeze, but there could be a supply shock, sending the price of Bitcoin way higher. That's all I really have to say. I don't have much else to say. Gold is pulling back just like Bitcoin. Oh, this was the short trade. Speaking of idiots, here is this idiot doing the streams every day that went short at the top. but it was a special case. And I was right. It only matters when you're right. Oh, silver. Yeah. Oh, I have no problem shorting silver. I have no problem shorting this shitcoin. So there's the short trade right at the top. That's the daily chart coming off extension B and a reversal candle. But the reason I took the short wasn't the daily chart. It was the weekly chart. And the weekly chart was coming off an MRI top. And then I took the short right there. You guys saw it live on air. And it's doing well. It's doing really well. I don't like to short at the top. I mean, only MRI. MRI is the only thing that I would even consider shorting at the top. If it's not the MRI, I'm not touching it. And I need more than the MRI. I need MRI plus massive FOMO prior to the MRI top, and I need a reversal candle, and I need signs of weakness. So it's not like it was a shot in the dark short. There are a bunch of other shit lined up. The monthly is still bullish though, so I would be careful with my own trade. And even if I shorted just a single futures contract, and I used to short more than one back in the day, right now I would be up $5,000. I would be up about $5,000 off of my single futures contract. Not bad. Not bad. Good trade. Just a few days. But I probably would have sold on Friday and I would have reshorted today. Like I would not have taken a chance on the weekend. I think the Fed is going to say something soon. Right? When's the meeting? 2 days. I got to try to bring you a video on Wednesday. All right, that's all I really have to say, guys. Oil, MRI buy. I didn't trust it, but look at that. MRI buy at MRI support. I don't like the double bottom, but hey, MRI buy is an MRI buy. This is the daily chart. If oil is up above 66.75 tomorrow, if oil is up another quarter tomorrow, that's a long for me. There is an MRI resistance right there, but this is looking fairly good. And what is this? Oh, that's the S&P. S&P weekly. It's looking great. I'm just going to delete these. It's looking great. It's strange that Bitcoin is so sluggish. All right, and that's about it. That is about it. Fed is not going to do anything, and Powell's going to get fired. And MicroStrategy is just like not interesting. All right, I'll glance at your live chat, and then we're going to call it a day. What % chance do you give Bitcoin to touch 50 daily MA before it goes higher? 50 daily MA. That's all the way down here, guys. 50 daily MA before it goes higher? No, I think we're gonna go higher. I'm more bullish than bearish right now. I'm more bullish than bearish. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye, guys.